All right, everyone, here we go with the week of March 29th, is it? Wow, through the 4th of April. Wow, we're already in April. Wow, I love it. Fishing season. Excellent. Here we go. I'll try not to lighten the readings too much while I go try and find some trout. All right, anyway, let's see where we go. Let's cut the deck. Let's see what the theme energy is. All right, let's see where we're at here. I decided, the Knight of Wands. I was talking about this with I was talking about the Knight of Wands this morning with somebody. Somebody asked me about in an email. They sent me an email. I don't have anybody like waiting outside my house to ask me tarot questions. But somebody sent me an email and wanted to know about the Knight of Wands. There it is. How about that? And the Ten of Swords. It's just the theme energy of the week, you know, just for you and for your incoming energy, and I believe it. I'm going to totally do this. Nah. Oh, but should I? Nah, I think I'll just watch TV. It really is kind of, I'm going to go sit in the woods and just do nothing. That kind of a thing. But then you worry, am I just doing nothing? Am I watching too much TV? Right? You start disappointing yourself. Oh, no. And then you pull up your big boy, big girl pants and you go out of the house. Maybe. Or you get, more like with the Seven of Wands, it's the kind of week where you'd be like, no, I can't just spend all day in front of the TV. I need to do something. What you do is call a delivery service to bring you something that you should get off your ass and go get. It's that kind of energy. Okay? It is what it is. So I'm more likely to buy a trout than catch one, is basically what I'm saying. Okay, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's a long ride to get up there. Let's just stop at the store here. All right, here we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a Time Lord. It's a weekly reading. It might happen next week. It could happen the week after. It might happen in fucking June. We talked a little bit in a recent reading about the economy, the energy around us being economical, and that's why sometimes you read a horoscope and you might be reading something that'll happen for you in 2033. Okay? I mean, it might be. It is possible. The universe brings it to you when it makes the most sense to give it to you. So a lot of what you're reading in your horoscopes and even watching in these readings is your future. It's like a crystal ball kind of thing. Provided, and which is good and bad, because based on free will decisions, you could move off course a little bit. So anyway, I say that to help you give your astrologers, cut them some slack, give your tarot readers some slack, chill out, okay? I don't know who you are or what kind of timeline you're on or what kind of free will decisions you've made in your life. I might be pulling a perfect reading for you, but you're a fuck up. So it's not going to happen for months and months and months. I don't know. I have no way of knowing that, okay? But you know, if you're here for a reason. Keep that in mind, all right? And I don't think you're a fuck up. I'm just being cheeky. All right, here we go. A lot of people are, but I don't think you are. All right, let's see where we go. We found this channel. Good Lord. This channel, pretty tough to find these days. All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at. So, what actions are they going to take? Yesterday, we pulled what they were thinking and feeling, right? That gives us context. What actions are they going to take? We do the same thing. We split the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces. I'll put the sign names to it because my nephew says people like it. Okay. I mean, I'm not your astrologer and this ain't your fucking horoscope. I don't give a shit what your sign is, but okay. I'll put the sign names on them. It's really just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ladybug picnic. That's really all it is. All right. But whatever. That's it. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate in some way. And keep in mind what I said about the energy being economical. It depends what your energy is. Some people get, this reading will happen in real time for some people, and for others it might be a few weeks from now. All right? Bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles. That's not surprising. Something's making its way to you guys. I believe that. I felt that in yesterday's reading. I don't remember what angle it was, but everybody's got, this is like the energy of, well, I want you to be careful about this. You know, I've told you this before. One of the things, I like birds of prey, but I also study sharks. I like them a lot. And the oceanic white tip energy is right here. What's the oceanic white tip? That's the one that gets you when your plane crashes or your boat sinks and you're out in the deep water ocean. They just roam around and they clean shit up. They're a very unique shark. They've got like cat-like eyes, almost human looking in their eyes. But my point is, something's coming. And the thing is, if you see one dorsal fin from an oceanic white tip pop up, I guarantee you that's just the scout. And there are a fucking dozen or more behind him. Or her. Okay? So I'm just saying, there's some kind of energy is making its way to you. It feels like you need to be ready for it. I don't know what it is. It's probably somebody coming to talk to you. It's probably somebody coming to deliver some bullshit to you. I don't know, or explain something to you. But you need to put your bullshit detectors on with the Seven of Swords here. And we saw the Seven of Swords yesterday in the Friday reading. It was just randomly at the bottom of the deck, I believe, when I picked it up. Okay? It's no big deal. I'm not talking about the apocalypse here. I'm just talking about a person coming in probably full of shit. Know that. Okay? That's all. So if you're out and floating in the water, so what's that have to do with the shark? Well, you're out there floating in the water. You're holding onto a piece of your plane, whatever's left. You see one dorsal fin. Don't, oh, well, there's just one. He's going to go away. Just get your fucking ass up on the piece of wood and out of the damn water. All right? They probably won't come up and get you. All right? That's all I'm saying. Be ready. All right? And now you know that they're out there. Anyway, here we go. It just feels like that. This is such the oceanic white tip energy here. It really is. All right, let's see where we go. Our story starts with Aries position 1, ends with Pisces position 12. It's probably just some bullshit coming your way. Be ready. Look, she's ready. Fancy sandals. Look at her. Look at that. She got them on sale, right? She's ready. It's my queen of truth. It's probably also a soulmate because the deck broke right there. All right? There you go. Are you soulmates with the shark? Probably not. But it behaves like a shark. You believe there's only one. If you believe somebody's only told you one lie, then you obviously have never heard the saying, if somebody tells you one lie, there's probably 10,000 more that you don't know about. Nobody just tells one lie, right? That's the great Judge Judy again. All right, there you go. Nobody just lies once. Nobody. I think that's what she said. All right, here we go. Aries position 1. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Let's go. 5 of Cups. Somebody feels left out here. I'm going to clarify with the witches. The moon. There's a lot of shit coming you don't see from somebody who, this card ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle, right? Somebody wants to, they already got their pants off. They're ready for you. They're all set to go. Well, I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. The 5 of Cups. Five of Cups. Why is it here? Why so much? I don't know. Somebody feels stupid and they want to fix that. I still can't get the damn Jaws theme out of my head, though, now. Now, that was a great white shark, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go. The 4 of Cups. Yeah, somebody thinks you don't like them and they can't handle that. Somebody thinks you don't like them and they can't handle that. Somebody feels embarrassed by what happened the last time with you, okay? They got scared. They peed themselves. So now they're not wearing pants, so if they pee themselves, nothing gets, you don't have to go to the cleaners, right? What's on top? The Chariot. So they're coming in. I got somebody coming towards you here. It's a powerful soulmate. This card represents this soulmate cycle. For me, it's a Cancerian themed cycle. This all bookends the Cancerian position. Fuck me. Why is that here? The 4 of Wands. Somebody wants a happy new beginning. See? I read the energy first and throw. There you go. Okay. Good. Right? Bullshit shark. Right? Bullshit shark. Bullshit shark, ma'am. Right? Don't say anything. Anything at all. All right. Why are you here with no pants on? Are you here to get laid? No. Then why are you wearing no pants? Well, just do that. No, you don't. Right? It's that kind of thing. Be careful. All right. Put your lie detectors on. Somebody coming to reshore up a lie, maybe. All right? I believe it. Okay, Taurus, position 2. The 7 of Wands. Almost a Star Trek theme. There was a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Somebody's very defensive about something. It's a defensive energy. 7 of Wands means a lot of things. It can be someone keeping their distance. It could be casing out the joint. It could be defensiveness. It could be the high ground, catbird seat. It's defensive, this energy. Somebody's defensive but pretending not to be. She looks all zen and shit, right? She's not. She's gangster, right? She's not all zen and shit. She got a 45 packed behind there. You know. But what does that mean? I don't joke about anything in the energy. What I mean is you're all calm and relaxed. Oh yeah, they seem real nice. Be careful about people that seem real nice. Okay? People that seem real nice. Be careful about that in this energy. Always be careful about that. People that seem real nice. You gotta take the advice of the whole state of New Jersey, right? Somebody's too nice, I start checking my back pocket, make sure my wallet's still there, right? That kind of a thing. They got it right. Here we go. 7 Swords crossed by the Death card. I don't know what I said to you yesterday, but I didn't write this one down. I wrote this one down, the next one. Then I wrote position 8 and 9. I feel like I said this to you yesterday, though. I feel like I said somebody feels like now is the time. Yeah, okay. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, let's go. Why are they so defensive, though? Why are they taking a defensive stance? I don't know. What's on top? The 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody feels like now is the time. Now they can talk to you. Probably, you know what? This is probably because somebody's all high on themselves. Maybe they got a windfall, right? It's easy to be confident asking somebody out when you got $1,000 in your pocket rolled up, right? I mean, you know you can do it, right? When you're broke, you get a little more nervous. It's just an example. You don't have to take me literally. I got to give you something here, right? But I'm just saying, we get a lot of confidence if when that's the case. When you could give somebody a good date, you could impress somebody. Why is that here? The 2 of Swords. What's the bridge? Somebody wants to make peace with you, but they're not using their soul to do it. They're using pentacles to do it. They're trying to impress you with. I'm not that far off. They should be using the soul. They're not. They want to make peace, but they're not using. They're using the wrong sword. It's all right. I would give them a chance. I feel good about this energy. I think this person needs to see a fucking psychiatrist. But I mean, aside from that, some people think that about me. So I'm not judging. I'm just saying it feels like maybe we can get a twofer, me and your person. I don't know. But either way, they should be using the soul, but they're not. They're going about peace the wrong way. All right? You can't buy, well, you can, but you can't. In this case, you shouldn't be trying to buy peace. All right? All right. I wrote this one down. You had the Queen of Swords yesterday. Here, position 3, Gemini. Somebody getting an ear full of bullshit from somebody attached to them. Fuck me. Ah, man, there's nothing worse than that. I thought we settled it yesterday, and then somebody else gets in their ear and it goes to shit. I wish after I talk to people, whenever I give advice, whether it's here or offline, I wish after I talk to people, they would not speak to another human being. They would go back to a hermit cave and just sit there and process what I said, because then I got to clean up a mess that somebody else... Well, let me add to what Steve said. No! You do not add to what Steve... No! All right? Oh, that's mostly offline. All right? And it's always the dumbest motherfucker who's got to add to what I said offline, too. Anyway. Strength card. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. There's a lot of passion here. I don't know. Leo, it's mostly just Leo energy coming off me here. Or coming off it at me. It's passionate forward movement. Somebody's acting on what they've been told. Rather like a 500-pound cat kind of a thing. I heard you don't have 2 dicks. Okay? It's like that. It's like, okay. All right. I heard you got 5. Okay, wait a minute now. That's just crazy. What's going on with the strength card? I mean, I don't know. Somebody's very, very... I'm curious to see what comes out here. Yeah, the Emperor. Somebody thinks they got it. They got your number. They got you figured out. Right? Somebody's controlling this person. And they've turned them into some kind of... I don't know. What's on top here? 9 swords. Yeah. This person, your person, whoever this is that's attached to you is very impressionable. It's very easy to get in their head. This person in the Gemini position is the most likely of the whole fucking soulmate cycle to get sucked into a cult or something, to believe the nonsense that requires. You know, I mean, it is. Somebody doesn't know what to believe anymore, so they believe the easiest thing. Those are the people that are susceptible to cults. They don't know what to believe. They're looking for someone to follow, so they believe the easiest thing they can get their head around because the other stuff that they should probably be listening to is too difficult. It's also what happens with conspiracy people. Same thing. Same energy. So somebody here, somebody got in their fucking head. And it's now your problem. Why is that here? The death card. Here comes some, again, you're going to have to start all over with this person about something, some topic. Okay? I'm just going to say this. Until this energy that controls your person, which usually reflects as a King of Wands, by the way, is now reflecting as an out-of-balance Emperor. So it's escalating. All right? Until this energy stops controlling your person, whatever progress you make is going to get knocked back. All right? It is what it is. For some reason, they've put whoever controls them on a pedestal. You can't beat that. It's tough. It's why when you get somebody, when you rescue somebody from a cult, a lot of times they just go back because that pedestal is so high. You know, and the real world doesn't put many people on pedestals. So, you know, it's certainly not us. So it is what it is. I mean, take it for what it's worth to you. I believe this person comes your way rather aggressively about what this energy has told them they need to say. Okay. All right. Again, I'm not a Time Lord, but the energy's setting up for this week. I don't know when it plays out. Pay attention to what I said at the beginning of this reading about economy of energy. All right. It's the toughest thing to explain about energy to people, but I've got to get the point across to you guys. All right, here we go. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. Bookends over here. If nothing else, to get a thank you note from every fucking astrologer and tarot reader online, if I could explain economy of energy to you. Oh, God. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. Now, people have stopped saying, you're an asshole. It's Thursday and it didn't happen yet. Oh, God. Disappointment. Page of Swords. Well, it's red over here. Yeah, it has to be red with position 1. Does that person look a little sad and disappointed to you? Somebody here, I don't know why the DMs in this cycle feel the need to make their disappointment your problem. I have no idea why, you know. So here's what I got. This person might be spying on you. You wouldn't know. It's the Page of Swords. All right? They might be spying on you, but it's not because they won't check you out, you know, or whatever. It's because they're disappointed in themselves. I said over here, rewind. I said they feel foolish. They behave poorly, right? The dick chakra didn't work. They're like, just give me a minute, baby. Just give me a minute. And nothing ever happened. They had to leave. They felt sad and bummed out. It worked when they got home. You know, oh, they feel bad. So they're looking for anything that you do wrong or that goes wrong with you to stab you with that to make them feel better. That's what narcissists do. Anything you show a narcissist that shows them being wrong, they find something wrong with you to make themselves feel better. You know, it's sort of the I know you are, but what am I thing? Or the diversional tactic. Yeah, well, that's me, but what about over there? That kind of a thing. That's what they're doing here. All right? I believe it. I believe there's communication coming at some point, but it's annoying. It's what did I say yesterday? Eye rolling. Did I say eye rolling at the end of the reading yesterday? Yeah, right. You do stuff. That comes up all the time. You do shit. Anybody who actually does shit annoys the hell out of people these days, especially on the DM side, because they got excuses as to why they couldn't, why they can't, why they whatever. It's all nonsense. You know. Here's the Lover's card. This person here. Again, they made their choices. You made your choices. They're going to make you pay. They're going to stab you with your choices. Right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to read books and learn how to do this and ask questions and take tutorials and whatever. You know, Just because somebody else didn't do something or didn't put in effort into their life, they're going to take it out on you. All right? They're going to make their choices your problem. And I think it's an eye roll for most of you. That's what the DMs are doing right now. They're doubling down on crazy. They're doubling down on, well, yeah, but your knees are bad. You know, I mean, okay. I mean, whatever it is, they'll find something that's wrong with you that justifies why they're not great. Okay? What's on top? Temperance. Somebody's going to come in all pious, an angel, right? They're looking for a way to be above you, right? Angels above us, right? You get it, right? Why is that here? High priestess. They're hiding in the shadows, looking for a way to seem like the shit so they can approach, bridging energy. Knight of Cups, it's everything I told you, okay? I get it. Leo, position 5. Leo soap opera, 9 of Swords. And I harped on that because that's the all signs position. That's what's going on. That's the psychology that's happening right now. You know, so you are being spied on, but it's so somebody can find something. You know, 9 Swords. Somebody here is. I want to say anxious, but it's not. Why is this here? Tell me about it. Tell me about why this is here. Leo soap opera is weird right now. The 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, it didn't feel like anxiety. It felt like somebody's really scared shitless. I don't want to go on the roller coaster, Steve. Okay. All right. It's anxiety, but it's fear-based. But it's fear about nothing. It's nonsense. They're afraid they're going to lose stuff. Somebody's paranoid. Why? What's on top? Oh, look. I mean, come on. I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. Look. You know, the devil. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. Probably because I say shit that people don't want to hear. That's probably why. But it's true. It's all good, proven psychology. Even with my own life, it's proven. Happens all the time, you know. My wife's friends that have husbands hate me because those guys can't do anything. They're not good at anything. So, you know, my bad knees come up a lot. You know, so they do things like play football and touch football shit that I can't do, right? It makes them feel better. I know what they're doing. I get it. It's fine by me. I don't fucking care. The devil here, it still ties. It still applies. Somebody's paranoid that life's almost over and they haven't done what they're supposed to do. Good. I'm glad. The 2 of Wands, it might cause them to start making some plans. Okay, good. Good. I've been waiting for the Leo soap opera person to be in this energy where they realize that maybe they're getting a little long in the tooth and maybe they haven't accomplished everything they could have. That's what that King of Swords energy is telling them. I like that the 2 of Wands is there. It might lead to somebody at least looking you up. All right? Good. I like that. Virgo, position 6. Right? Virgo, position 6. Sometimes my wild card spot. I don't know. Queen of Pentacles. Why is that here? People come to you this week. This is you guys again. I wrote down what you had. You had the 3 of Pentacles yesterday. People come to you this week. You got the plan. You got what's going on. It's the moon. It fell on or karma, excuse me, but it feels like the moon. It fell on the floor reversed. You're karmic debt free at the moment. Debt's been relieved in some aspect of your life. I don't know what. Why is that here? Why'd that fall on the floor reversed? The 5 of Cups. That ties me instantly to this 5 of Cups. People regret not seeing your qualities before. Okay? It ties directly to what I was talking about over here, except in your case, in this angle, for a lot of you, people are realizing, and I saw it here too, that maybe it'd be wise to ask Steve's viewer some questions. Maybe it'd be wise to get close to Steve's viewer. Their energy feels a little karmic debt-free. You know, somebody's realizing they might learn something from you. If nothing else, you might be able to repair their soul a little bit. Okay? I'll put it like that. It's very nice. I like that. You know? All right. Here we go. Position 7, Libra. 7 Cups. You get a 7 here a lot, don't you? I tracked that once. It happens a lot. You're like the only one that gets the number of the number position. I don't know what that means, but whatever it is, it's quite a coinky dink. And there's no such thing, of course. 7 Cups. You don't know what to do with something you're about to receive. Somebody's giving you something and you don't know what to do with it. It's better than what you had before. You know? I don't know. It's an upgrade of some kind. I don't remember what you got yesterday, but if that, hopefully that makes sense. 7 cups. Why is it here? Yeah, the 6 of swords. It feels too easy to you. It's like somebody, you drive the lower end model of a certain type of car and somebody drops you off the super sport model. You know, you're like, oh, we'll just trade that in for you. Don't worry about it. No extra charge. It feels too easy. There must be a catch. Is this car bugged? Is there a bomb? You know, I mean, it feels a little, is there a catch here? You know, that kind of a thing. What's on top? Queen of Cups. You really need this. Why is that here? The two of Cups. Yeah, somebody's just doing it out of the genuine goodness of their heart. Whatever it is they're giving you. It's an upgrade. Somebody handing you an upgrade. It feels too easy. They're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. I would suggest you take it. I would. Look, and I asked the universe before I threw this, I was going to throw the bridging energy here. I asked, am I right? Yes. It is one of the only yes cards in the deck. It's right there. It's the sun. Yeah. Okay? So, it's fine. It might seem risky or whatever, but whatever it is, take the upgrade. Hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You know, I mean, seriously. All right, position 8, Scorpio. My hot Scorpios. 10 swords. Your relationship with somebody, you're just done. You're done. You're done. I'm done, Steve. Okay. I'm done, Steve. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Why is the 10 swords here? It's crossed by the 2 of Pentacles. You're very frustrated for something. You finally make a decision on someone you've been on the fence about. And I think you're leaning toward putting 10 swords in them. I could be wrong. I could get an ace here. Okay? Always. Hey, I know a lot of you pull cards. It applies to pulling cards too. Make sure you allow you could be wrong. Right? You don't want to get cocky with the universe. All right? You're not great. You're not whatever. Don't go on the opposite direction of the DMs, right? And screwing up their lives and then blaming other people. Don't assume you're always right. It's bad. It's very dangerous. What's on top? The 8 cups. Yeah, no, you're done. I'm right. See, I was right, but that could have been an Ace of Swords. In which case, I would have been wrong. You see what I'm saying? Why is that here? The Magician. Yeah, you're done. You're all done with this person. This is lead into gold. It's huge transformation energy. You're done. This person feels like a lead to you. They've held you back. You're finished with them. You're moving on. Good. It's probably that fucker that thinks you told their secret or some shit. All right? All right. Oh, shit. Here we go. I don't want to move the top row too much. All right. Sagittarius. I like doing that. Sagittarius, position 9. Sometimes separate from the cycle. Sometimes part of it. Always a pain in my ass. The Knight of Wands. The very card I was talking about at the beginning of this reading shows up right there. How about that? A brief partnership is coming to an end. Okay. I don't know. This could, again, we talked about economy of energy. Right? Remember I rewind, I talked about astrologers and other readers thanking me for letting you know that this, just because it's coming out today, it might happen in 2032. I don't control that. Right? This could be future influence for you. Pay the fuck attention when you have a new partnership with somebody if this hasn't happened yet. It might be shorter than you think. Just keep your eyes on it. Right? Keep your eye open. Pay attention to the open sky. You never know what will be coming down. It's my final thought in my April write-up in the blog. It's a line from Jackson Brown, one of my favorite songwriting philosophers. There we go. Off one of my favorite albums, which is Late for the Sky. Love that album cover. I used to stare at that album cover when I was a kid, the Late to the Sky. I love that car. My parents had all those albums when I was a kid. That one, they had when it was, I think he bought it new. My dad loved Jackson Brown. 10 Pentacles. Crossing that. Yep. A brief partnership. Someone breezes into your life and then breezes out. You might be inclined to think that they're staying. If this is happening right now, you might think, oh no, everything's fine. Everything's not fine. That person you've been banging, they're thinking about someone else. Okay, I don't know. Or that person you started a business with, they're looking for an out. They're talking to people. How do I get out of it? I don't know. That promotion you got at work, right, where you're working with new people, they're complaining about you behind your back. That's possible. I don't know. It could be future influence. I'm just telling you, a partnership you thought you had. You know, somebody breezed into your life is shorter lasting than you think. What's on top? 3 of Wands. What did I say? Rewind. Fucking wind. Again, this is why I say shit people don't want to hear. I got you. I'm sorry. But look, he's looking elsewhere, isn't he? Okay. 3 Pentacles. Why is that here? The 4 of Cups. He's not as interested as you think. Whether it's somebody you're banging, a business partner, the new group at work you're working with, I don't know. It's just not working out, baby. Okay? I don't know. Roles could be reversed. Maybe you're thinking about this. I have no idea. They're worried about it. I'll tell you that much. 8 of Swords. They're overthinking it too much. You know? You want out? Get out. That kind of a thing. But they are overthinking it. It might cause you, maybe my reading will cause you to go this. Don't. You know? Either you have a partnership or you don't. Take what I've said here, but the cards have backed up what I've said. That's the energy flow. Pair that with whatever the fuck I said yesterday. All right. Which I think, as I wrote down, it felt like 2 Wheel of Fortunes. Right? Somebody looking to disentangle their fortune from yours. Can play out 1,000 different ways, people. All right. Capricorn, position 10. 8 of Wands. I told you yesterday, you got communication coming or something. I said something like, I must have. I don't know. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what you got. I might be getting it confused with something else. 8 Wands. It's time for a chat. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. I feel this. This is somebody who thinks you lied. Right? I don't know if somebody else told them. It was tied to the Queen of Swords over here in the position 3. I remember. Fuck. All right, well, here they come. All right. Walking down the street. They get the funniest looks from everyone they meet. They're just trying to be friendly. It's the monkeys theme. All right. Means, I don't know, I don't joke about anything or do anything that's not part of the energy. Maybe, go Google the monkeys theme and listen to it. There's something in there for you. I don't know, maybe this person drives a GTO. I have no idea, right? Or rides around in a bathtub. That's the intro to the TV show, and the monkey mobile was a GTO. I don't know. 8 of Wands, why is that here? It's crossed by the 10 of Pentacles. That was crossing over here. Somebody coming to talk to you about something that they don't believe. Okay? They don't believe about you or about your life or about something you told them about their life, or I don't know. What's on top? 10 Cups. They think you're fucking delusional. They think you're in fucking fairyland. I didn't write down what you got yesterday, but I would almost bet the farm it was like temperance or something, or some kind of angel energy, of a hierophant or something along those lines. Why is that here? The Emperor, yeah. I think what happened is, welcome to my world again, you told somebody something that made them real, or showed somebody something that made them realize that they're not the shit that they thought they were, or that something isn't as good as they thought it was. Or that your relationship is a soulmate connection and they believed it wasn't. Now they think you're lying again, but if they do, they had a soul recognition. They got lit up. And we saw that in a recent reading where we have a delayed recognition happening. I believe that's coming up here. And as proof of that, the bridging energy is the Empress. Yeah. Again, you're rattled. You know what the Empress does more than anything else? I mean, yeah, it's great tits, even in a frumpy dress. It's the best tits in the tarot. But the Empress, if you're an Empress energy, you rattle people. You rattle them. They don't understand why it's an attractive energy. Most people are very forgettable. They don't attract anything. So when you attract, it's suspicious, right? They find it fishy. Why am I so attracted to this person? Aquarius, position 11. Tower. Isn't that fitting? Do you remember last week's reading? Friday reading or weekly reading, whichever it was? Do you remember the Tower? And I told you about this little squirrel. We didn't use this deck. This is the big light seer. Well, I told you about the squirrel. Squirrel's making assumptions that somebody's fucking with them, right? Some shit's going on. Somebody's fucking with me. And it's just a freak of nature. It's just lightning hitting the tree, right? It is what it is. It's a real simple energy, all right? It's a real simple energy. It's not you guys. It's somebody attached. It's tied to what I said up here. Something's about to happen to somebody. Your person is this little squirrel, and they're going to blame you for it. It's all your fucking fault. It's all because you rattled them, right? It's all your fucking fault. And they did it to themselves, all right? That's all. It's an energy of this little squirrel did this to himself. Why? How? You might say, Steve, isn't that just an act of God? Well, he thinks somebody else is doing it, sure. But yeah, it is an act of God, but this little squirrel bolted steel plates to the top of the tree and put a big antenna up for his CB radio, So he did it to himself. All right. It is what it is. I don't even need to clarify it, but I'm going to because it's part of the reading. Why is the tower here? It's a repeat message from another deck, so it's getting closer and closer and closer. Roles could be reversed. It could be you guys. We make our own way. Those free will decisions, there's never too late to become the person you might have been or want to be. It doesn't matter. You just got to change direction a little bit. But I feel like more of this is on the DM side. All right? Ace of Pentacles, crossing this here. It's been a long time coming, whatever this is. You've been expecting this, maybe, if it's the incoming energy. Yeah, the Page of Cups. Why is that here? The Hierophant. I think you tried to warn this person. Yeah, you tried, Five of Wands. You tried to warn this person, and they didn't listen. They're going to owe you an apology, but you're going to have to wait for it a while. Okay? They're going to owe you an apology, but you're going to have to wait for it a while. Okay. Pisces, position 12. Welcome to my world. Yeah. I tick them off the list one by one. I don't say I told you so, because that's low vibration. But, yeah, this happens all the time, this kind of shit. People are prone to blaming other people for their bad decision making. It's just human nature of the lower vibrational people. There's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. You know they owe you an apology. They'll figure it out at some point. All right. Pisces, position 12. Always read with 1 and 5. The Hierophant. That's the Hierophant. That's the Hierophant. Ties over here. Yeah, I think somebody owes you an apology, but I don't think you're going to get it right now. But I think this is the week where the energy sets up where they realize they owe you an apology because this ties with these two Hierophants tie together. Okay? Why is this here? Let's see. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two afraid. Your energy is scary right now. Your energy is scary right now. Why? Because this is a masculine energy. And your energies are either really balanced or you're a little heavy on the masculine side. Most of you watching are the DFs. So that can be a little bit scary. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. They're afraid to approach a little bit. They might be. They're afraid. They owe you an apology, but they're afraid to give it. Because somebody fancies themselves this, right? It's what it is. I mean, I don't know how else to phrase it. It's just catch my drift, right? What's on top? 9 Wands. And the Knight of Wands is here as well, which is funny because this book ends over here sometimes. It kind of does too. Somebody here is putting up a wall. They're going to come in. They give you an apology. Even if you get the apology, I don't think they stick around very long. I don't. 6 of Swords. I don't think they stick around very long even if you get it. So whoever this person is, whoever you think owes you a fucking apology, and you're like, Steve, the energy feels like they could come in. My door's open. They got my phone number. I got my new phone, the iPhone 67. We're ready to go. It's going to be a bit. Not too long, but I think they're just going to, it's going to be a run by apologizing, right? Like Mrs. Doubtfire, a run by fruiting. It's going to be a run by apology. I think that's what you're going to get here. All right, let's go. Let's add it up. 3 cards and a bottom card. Add it up, universe. What actions they're likely to take toward my people? Or give me some kind of whatever. There's a lot of psychology in this reading today. All right? It is what it is. But understanding that what I talked about here and what's come up in a couple of places, the same thing I talked about up here in the Cancer position, understanding that will help you navigate life a lot better. Understanding people. You know, I mean, don't let other people, you just do what you do, you. Do what you do. Keep going. People will try and discourage you all the way. It shows you who they are, right? Nobody wants you. Your lazy friend, low vibration friend, does not want you to become the best clog dancer in the county. Even though she's not even into clog dancing. She doesn't want it. Because then you're the best at something and you get a bunch of trophies and blue ribbons and free pies and shit. And she doesn't. She's just a lackey hanging on by association. So she'll find all kinds of, well, you're going to blow out your knees with that, like Steve. You know, oh, okay. Right. Now they're going to make you just like me with bad knees. Oh. 9 wands at the bottom, across the center card I pull. 10 swords. 7 cups. We got a lot of cards from the reading coming back. 10 swords is here. 7 cups is here. The 9 wands is over here. And the ace of cups. Underneath the 9 wands is my pensive queen of swords. All right. No matter what happens, I don't even care. I'm just going to paraphrase this. Okay, this is a message for you. Never mind. We've talked enough about these fuckers. Right here. No matter what happens here, if you pay attention to some of the things I've tried to teach you here about human nature. Whether you like to hear it or not, I don't care. But try to pay attention. Try to sit with it. Because whatever it is, whatever happens in this week's energy, the energy is setting up to teach you something. To show you not only who somebody is, but also who you might want in the future around you. That's it. There's something for you to learn here. Stop long enough to learn it. I will say, as it's attached, if you do want this person to show up, 10 swords with the ace of cups, this 10 swords does reset to an ace. You'll have an opportunity, all right, to have a new beginning in love with this person. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.